Insofar as the Board of Governors and Senate of the University have seen fit to establish honorary fellowships to confer on eminent individuals, I today present to the Chair Michael Underwood, on whom the Board of Governors and Senate have determined to confer such an award.
I'm Michael Underwood, and I'm a broadcaster. I was quite a hyperactive child. And my mum, I think, was a bit like, wow, okay, he's a bit of a handful. And so she signed me up to drama classes on a Saturday morning. I was able to sort of just be myself. I was able to be energetic. It was fun. Even at that young age, I would get that excitement knowing that Saturday morning was going to be my drama lesson. And then from there, I went and joined the Royal Youth Theatre when I was a few years older, and I was being an actor. And then, at the age of 11, when I was in Oliver, which was my first sort of professional production, I got £80 for that. Thank you very much. I remember having a conversation with my careers teacher and saying, I want to be an actor, and them sort of going, that's not really a career. You need to be thinking about a proper career. And I remember coming out of it going, but if it's what I want to do, then that can't be a wrong thing. If that's what I feel in my heart that I want to be doing, then that's what I should follow. Having a goal is so important. It doesn't matter how big it is or how small it is. It's just being able to strive for something gives you that focus, gives you that direction, and it's so important. You just have to find something that you're happy with. You know what? The blessing is if you can do a job that you love, then that is an amazing thing. There's a lot of people that are doing jobs that they don't love and they've sort of fallen into and now they're trapped in a little bit. But you know what? Even then, take the chance. When I first started at BBC Radio Northampton, it was back to basics. I mean, I just did 4 years at university. In my head, I was going to be this actor and do loads of stuff. And yet, I was now at this place, I'd accepted this job, and I really was just making cups of tea for people, 2 sugars black, Michael, and all of that business, and have you got the records from the Glam Library, and go and do this, and answer the phones, and it was all of that. Or where's the post? And you're 23 years old, and you've just done this 4-year degree, and you'd think that I'd be there going, I'm doing all this for, but I wasn't. If you do something the best you possibly can, then it gets noticed. That's what I thought. And that's how it worked for me. And then while I was there, I'm in the BBC then. It's a radio station, I'm there, and they get the BBC paper, which was called Ariel. And inside that, it had an advert saying, would you like to be a children's TV presenter? And made this short video and sent it off, and I got a call to London. And next thing you know, I'm on a television show, an audience is voting for me, and I ended up with a 6-week contract at CBBC. Then I went to GMTV as an entertainment presenter, and that was incredible because I was always a massive film buff, and then all of a sudden I'm interviewing film stars. I'm going to Hollywood, I'm going to red carpets and premieres, I'm getting to meet all these people that I just adored watching on screen. I've always believed that things happen for a reason, whether they be sort of positive or negative, and that's really helped me actually to deal with situations that have cropped up during my life so far. So, if you go for something and you don't get it, I genuinely believe there is a reason for that. You didn't get that job because of X, Y, and Z, but actually 2 months later, 1 week later, 1 year later, another opportunity might come up which might be better, and you'll look back and you go, oh, do you know what, it's a good job I didn't get that job, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to have this opportunity. You deserve to be happy. There's no point in doing something you're not happy in. Even if it means, you have to pay the bills and you do all that, sometimes just take the chance.
Chair, in accordance with the decision of the Board of Governors and Senate, I present to you Michael Underwood that you may confer an Honorary Fellowship.
Wow. Hello. Are you all right? Easy? Easy. I should know better than that. Popping a microphone, really, honestly. I don't really know what to say, except obviously a big thank you to the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University of Northampton, to the Honorary Awards Committee, of course to the Vice-Chancellor, Nick Petford, and of course Chancellor himself, Mr. Richard Coles. Thank you to all of you. I'm so humbled by this. It's a little bit embarrassing for me, to be honest. I feel like, although this is in recognition of my work in broadcasting, I just feel like I've been mucking around on TV for 20 years. That's honestly sort of what it feels like to me. But it's amazing, actually. When the letter came through and I read it and I really thought about it, I realised that without my time in Northampton, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be doing what I am today. It was the place I was born and brought up for a start, but actually the opportunities that were made available to me here really changed my life. Like you said in the video, like I said, in the video, I was a hyperactive child. So my mum was like, what are we going to do with him? And so sent me off to these drama classes on a Saturday morning just to give herself a break for a few hours at a weekend, basically. But I absolutely loved it. And you guys in the performing arts who are out there, you know how it feels when you're doing something you love like that. And even from that young age of just 6 or 7 years old, I knew this was something that put a massive smile on my face. It was the kind of thing I got excited in my tummy about before I went to do it. Every Saturday, on a Friday night, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited about it. And so I knew then at that early age. And then to have the opportunity of the Royal Youth Theatre here in Northampton. And this was well over 20 years ago. 30 years ago would have been. And yet I'm able to go to that and sort of appear on the Royal Theatre stage. Even walking past it today just reminded me of the amazing times I had there. See, the ages of like 7 and 16, I was on stage, either in productions like Hiawatha and A Midsummer Night's Dream with the Royal Youth Theatre, or professional productions like Oliver and Our Day Out, Ragged Child. I did so many things, and I just forgot about how important that was for me. I wanted to act. When I was sat where you are now, so I was at university, and for that 4 years, I did a teaching degree specialising in drama. We couldn't afford drama school in my family. It was never going to happen. So the best way to do it was to do that, have some backup. I remember my mum saying, do this. There's a bit of backup, because acting's a bit treacherous, but she knew. I know. Trust me, that whole 98% of actors are out of work at any one time. I was like, I don't care. I want to do it. I want to do it. And I remember my school just being like, like I said, they were so against it. They were so like, and this was, again, a long time ago, and it's a bit like, that's not really a job. You need to think about a job. But I knew in my heart that's what I wanted to do. So when I sat where you were, graduating, in my head I was like, I'm going to get a post-grad actors course, I'm going to take a year out to pay for it, I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to throw myself into the acting world. I'm going to be on stage. I don't care if there's no money, because I know it makes me feel good. And so it was really weird for me to suddenly have this opportunity arise, because it was never what I wanted. I didn't grow up wanting to be a children's TV presenter. I'm not one of those people who was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to be Andy Peters. That was not what I wanted to do. But when that opportunity came up and someone said, why don't you go for it? Just go for it. And you know what? They were right. Why not? Just try it. If it hadn't worked, what have I lost? I've lost nothing. I tried something out. It wasn't for me. I know exactly I'm going back onto my acting. So it just goes to show, I think, that don't ever think that what the decision you're making now, where you're sat now going, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, that might not be the case, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. If opportunity comes up, grab it, grasp it. You never know where it's going to take you. And you don't want to have regrets. No one wants regrets in life. You'll have a few, but try not to get a regret that you can control. Something you can control is what you do, what you choose to do. And if you're not happy in what you do, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations to you all. And thank you for this honour. Thank you.